Whew. How's the stream? I'm gonna check my audio levels first to see if I'm gonna adjust. I have my I have an earphone here. Hello, hello, hello. Sound. Well, it's my birthday again. It's kind of a habit for me right now, even though I don't really stream anymore on my birthdays, but I kind of feel like I want to stream on my birthday at least one hour. This time 1 hour. I'm gonna stream for an hour this time. Like it's the same as last year. And like, which year did I stream for? Which year did I stream for? Practically the whole day. No. 3 years ago, 3 or 4. What year was this? 4. Oh no, last year and the other year. Oh, 2021. 2021. It's 2021. It happened 2021. And my laptop is not really suited for streaming, but it will do the best that it can. Hopefully. But I'm just gonna stream for 1 hour. I may or may not switch scenes probably later, but I'm just gonna use the camera right here. Not the other one. I haven't tested some things. But I just want to stream for the sake of streaming right now. Like we could play. Oh, no. I don't want to play any games actually. The stream could barely run as it is. So streaming anymore would be a problem. It's potentially a problem. Hmm. I really want to stream something. And the one guy, a beta, might not even be, may not catch up. I don't know the time on Spain. What's the time on Spain, anyways? What is Spain time? What time is it on Spain? He mentioned he was from Spain. 7:58 a.m. Morning. Oh, it's gonna turn 8. Well, it's gonna turn 2 in the afternoon right here, right now in my country. It's gonna turn 2 in the afternoon. It's just been my habit to stream yearly. And I'm on the verge of making a new video. It's just that the Holy Week has passed. The Holy Week, as a Catholic here in my country, we're uh we're celebrating it. The whole country is on like a holiday because of the Holy Week. Last week was Friday, and it was the, who shall we say, the one that needs the most attention. Even today, even if it's not my birthday today, and Sunday. I think that was the other one. Maybe Monday too. But for me, I think Friday needs the most attention. Let's just put it that way. And it's really fun. It's delightful, it's insightful, it's meditative, learning about the passions of Christ, watching those movies. And currently, I'm trying to watch the series The Chosen, but uh, it's great. It's actually great. It's a great series. It's a great adaptation of the Bible. I love Jonathan Rumi's adaptation of his portrayal of Jesus in there. I really, oh, it's just amazing. I don't remember really what. I know I have watched The Passion of the Christ with Jim Caviezel and the other movies about the birth of Jesus and yeah, the Passion, the Last Supper around that time. And the other movies related to it. Someday I might watch. I don't know. Someday I will watch Jim Caviezel's one, but right now, Jonathan Rubis really was amazing. Every time he speaks, you just wanna listen to him, and like you just wanna just you wanna listen. You wanna just focus and not be bothered or distracted by anything else. Like that's the only thing you wanna do. Especially since this Holy Week, Jonathan Rumi's portrayal was really great. I just I just can't take my eyes and ears away from him. Especially in the parts where he preaches the gospel. It's really it's really powerful. Like I wanna be there in person. Like I wanna really feel more. I can already feel it in just my screen, but imagine in real life. Even if Jonathan Rumi is portraying that character, imagine how more powerful the message could be more. And imagine maybe 2000 years ago with the actual Jesus. Like it's already amazing. I find amazing what Jonathan Rumi can do with his portrayal on The Chosen, but imagine the real deal. Like imagine the real deal. Oh, it would be so. It would be everything. It would be everything. It would be life changing as it is. Someday in the future, no joke, I think I want to do the part where we on the Catholic churches here. I want to do someday in the future maybe the one where you recreate the 12 stations of the cross, where you whip yourself and then you carry a cross and then get tied on a cross wooden cross. Also, me in the future, it's something that I'm not against doing. But unlike the real thing, unlike nails, it's just rope tied to you. But I, I remember watching on the TV a long time ago that there is a place here in the Philippines that still does nails, actual nails. But I don't know really. I mean, I would maybe do it depending on the circumstances in the future, but the whole thing is something I want to do, may want to do in the future, but really the more important one is your personal connections with God, your personal relationship, understanding His words, understanding the gospel. Like that's the main thing above anything else. And I really want to get back on reading the Bible, but I did read the Bible before years ago. I started on Genesis, and then there was and then I ended on the part where there was just instructions on how to build a temple or building a temple somewhere. Like like the type of wood, how big the wood, silver something something. Like I stopped there because it's getting repetitive of instructions on how to build a temple or something, synagogue or something like that. And I just stopped there because and I was younger and I get easily bored compared to now. I have more patience compared to before. Then I just stopped. And I really want to continue, but I want to read again when I buy a Bible from my own money with my own money, using my own money. And I know I have the means actually. I do have the means, but I kind of want to be picky a little bit. I'm actually contemplating between the Old English one or the modern language. The modern language. The one that I've read before uses the thee, thy, thou, shalt, those things. But I guess I will do both. It's just that I somewhat like Old English. Like my name Jovial is also from Old English. Or what year was it again? I know my name is from an old word. It's an old word. People rarely use my name anymore on a conversation. Hmm. Using DuckDuckGo. Yeah. It's often AI assistant. It's often associated with the Roman god Jupiter, and the term has been in use since 1592 to describe someone who is cheerful and full of good humor. The word is derived from the Latin jovialis, meaning of or related to Jove. 1952. Yeah, I know it's old, but I do like my name. I actually do like my name. I like it. That's why I don't use an online. I actually sometimes do use an online alias, excluding Jovial 19. When I was a kid, I did use. I like wizards, and that's the clue that I would give on my League of Legends accounts. My name is inspired with Steven Universe, and it's actually a play on a gem because I like Steven Universe. I love Steven Universe, and then I gotta feel like I want my name to be that time your worst nightmare, and then because I like Steven Universe, I love Steven Universe. Even then, I just used your Quartz Nightmare, but that's a one-time thing on League of Legends. But I did use Master J, etc., etc. Master J 19, because people used to call me Master in high school, and I just wanna and I'm kind of bored of using alternate names. So I'm just gonna use Jovia 19 most of the time because that's the name of my other channel, Jovia 19. So why bother changing when you can just use use the same and association association and add underscore YT. Is he awake or not yet? I guess not. Oh, amigo. Amigo, amigo. Sure. What is something I could do besides talking? I've been talking for 50 minutes now, according to the time. And we have 45 minutes left. I just wanna be. My double chin. I wanna be, on in line with the 1 hour. At least less. Less. 56 minutes, 55, 52, even 52. I will end stream there. Are we gonna read manga? Are we gonna watch Pokemon Horizons? I don't. Manga maybe. Pokemon Horizons no, because it's video. Video is much harder to encode rather than images, still images. But I do wish someone would donate, or at least I could earn money. But I want it mostly donated for to buy myself a better a computer, not a laptop. I buy a computer to, you know, do better with my channel. I could edit better. I need it, but um, need to work hard for it. Everything in the world is. You don't deserve anything in the world. You're not entitled to anything. Everything needs to be earned. The only thing we are guaranteed in this life is the love of Jesus and His grace and mercy. That's the only thing that we can be confident and almost or practically guaranteed in this world. Death is the other thing, but mm, I don't. mm, uh, but other than that, if you want it, everything needs to be earned. We are not entitled to anything. Yeah, who is the one watching on my Twitch? I would expect someone watching on my YouTube channel maybe, but who is the one? Who is the one watching? Is it my stream? Is it my stream preview? I don't think so. Is it? Let me check. Gonna exit my Twitch tab right here. Now let's see. Is it still there or not? The one watching from my channel. I don't have my Twitch on my. I have my Twitch on my other phone, but I don't have Twitch on this phone. And this one is not even on. Oh, 40% battery. I'm gonna charge later, but who's watching? I'm intrigued. Because my Twitch channel has been dead for a long time. And I kind of want to entertain the idea of streaming on Twitch again. Wait, what happened? What happened? Wait, what happened? Wait, I received a notification. What happened? Wait. Let me open Twitch again. What happened? That has to be Twitch, right? Okay. Creator dashboard. That has to be Twitch, right? Schizo Jack. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm just surprised that someone is watching on Twitch. That's all. But thank you for the greetings. Am I on followers only mode? Did I still enable that? I thought I disabled that a long time ago. Because I really used to. Oh, follower only mode. Yeah, I see. I'm doing fine. I'm mostly doing fine, but I'm doing fine still. Oh yeah, I haven't disabled that. Oh, I am sorry you have to follow on this dead Twitch channel. But YouTube. How long was the delay? How long was the delay for? Because I wanna. Oh, thank you. I just wanna. I just wanna give out a reminder that how many seconds is the lag? I didn't have stream delay, but because of this, there might be a delay on you sending the messages to me replying to them. Thank you by the way if you just want to follow. I'm checking my I'm checking this one. I'm checking this one right now. Oh, unmute. Eh. I think it's kind of eh. Oh, wrong one. Do you watch anime though or read manga? Because I kind of feel like your follow would be a waste. No offense, but it's practically a dead Twitch channel right now. I just stream because it's my birthday and I kind of feel bad for just just making you follow for no apparent reason where the only time where you may or may not expect me to stream is when I either do well on my main YouTube channel or my birthday. Like I kind of feel bad. I still appreciate it and thank you for that, but no, I am practicing English. Oh, good for you. Good for you. Good for you. It's a good thing to know another language. It's actually it's actually better for an individual to learn multiple languages. Like as Filipinos, we are colonized by Spain for I keep forgetting how long Spain colonized us. In Spain colonization in Philippines length. I think it was. I know it's more than 300 years, but I'm not sure if it was 400. History of. Wait, 1565 to. Over 300 years from 1565 until 1898, and then America colonized us for around 100 years. If I remember, I know it's 100 years. America colonization in Philippines length. And then Japan. Then Nippon. Wait. Eight, 1946. 1946? That feels recent. 1946? That feels recent because I think we had our independence in 1902 or something. 1942 and 1945. Wait, that's short? I thought Japan was like 30 years or something. So 3, not 30. But anyway, back to my main point. As a Filipino, because of the colonization, we can speak two languages, not mostly natural two languages, that is Tagalog and English naturally. Unlike the Japanese during the Second World War, yes, I think it was on the Second World War. But I'm not really much into Philippine history or history in I like knowing about history, but there's just something about my own Philippine history that is like, it's I'm not really patriotic, to be honest. I'm more religious than patriotic, to be honest, but I don't want to go into that area because that is not my specialty and I don't want to talk about it because I know nothing about it or little, at least just enough to say that, oh, I am Filipino after all. But back to the point of learning languages, we can, unlike Japan, where just Japanese. Thank you. Where are you from, by the way? I want to know. But unlike Japan and other places of the world, Japan is only monolinguistic, one language only. And us Filipinos are like bilingual in nature. Like, oh, Russia. Nice. So, Russia. Wow. I kind of want to visit Russia someday, though. There is some interesting architecture that I just want to feel seeing because the thing because like the Kremlin has an interesting design. I'm not really into the specifics, but there's some Russian aesthetic that I want to see someday too. Like I like Japan the most because we're colonized by Japan, and there are some places with some nearly identical Japanese aesthetic. Yeah. I think maybe someday in the future, just like the Discord YouTube friend subscriber of mine that is from Spain. If I did get the chance, maybe you could be a tour guide of mine if I go to Russia. Just like when I asked him to maybe guide me in Spain. Where was I? Languages. Oh yeah, bilingual in nature. Bilingual in nature. Oh yeah, we are easily adaptable, but the thank you. Like the Japanese are having a harder time learning another language, but here in the Philippines, it depends on your constitution or your, let's say, your it really depends on the where you are, who you are. If it's in your environment to care about learning another language, English to be more specific, because there is still, yes, learning English is hard, but in some cases, yes. But I think I'm one of those people that finds it easy because I am consuming English or Western media since birth. So I don't have the Filipino accent. I have a different accent, American or whatever accent, but it is not Filipino. I may be identified as Filipino by my appearance and or skin color, but yeah, especially English nowadays, because it is a global language. Not just it won't be just useful in only America, but also for the rest of the world. Example, Europe. If you want to go there, you could just speak in English, because if you want to find a middle ground, it's English the one you're gonna use. Like also here in the Philippines, English is the medium, the middle ground that we are gonna use. But yeah, I think it's better if you have more, at least another language up in your alley. For non-American people, non-native English speaker, English would be the first step, but there would be other choices as well, depending on who's on power or the global economy. But I'm not really interested on those topics. I'm not really I'm not really into politics, and it's too. I don't want to bother. But it's actually beneficial. There are people who are stuck on one ways, like there are Japanese that there are. It's still possible in the modern day that there is Japanese that will never get a chance or chose not to learn English in their lifetimes. Also in Filipino, we may we may have a mix on the modern Tagalog, some English type words. We on the current language scope of the language, it's actually kind of mixed. It's practically impossible to find a pure Filipino speaker, and especially old deep Filipino. It's modern and sometimes mixed with English. And there are still people with I don't really have an issue with, but first off, it's a waste, and second, just it's kind of like stuck on a certain mentality that is kind of not good. But if if they have the mentality of they're not gonna go anywhere, they're just gonna stay there for the rest of their lives. It is understandable and plausible, and it can still happen in the modern day. There are there will be still people detached to the global world. I'm using Japan mostly as an example because I I'm practicing on specializing Japanese media, namely manga and anime. It is for sure hard coming from a Russian native speaker to learn English, but I have been practicing for years. There are a lot of Russians who have this mindset, they don't care to learn any other languages. Yeah, you can see those a lot in the world. Not just you have your own examples, we have our own examples, Japanese, some other parts of the world in the Spanish speaking, even Americans themselves, even the people whose language we are learning from will still have that mindset. Even if they're kind of forced to learn Spanish or French in the American education system, they would still have the mindset. They would either forget the lessons like the Spanish lessons, or Spanish is the most common answer because of Mexico being below them. But yes, it is still beneficial to learn another language. The accents, though, learning another language is one thing, but accents is another thing. I like accents in general because I I like hearing accents. I'm kind of tired of hearing Filipino English with Filipino accents because it is my it is my fellow countrymen. It's because I know them a lot, or I have heard a lot. I am so familiar to it. Like, oh, please give me a break. I'm not against those, especially if they want to practice. But speaking of accents, there's one accent that I really, really, really don't like. I don't like hearing within British English, so it's a bit different when I hear Americans. Oh, interesting, British from Britain. Recently, I've been consuming some British media, namely the YouTube channel Beta Squad. They're British, and I kind of find the accent so charming, and like I like hearing them speak. Like the fancy ones, like a modern. And there are in the United Kingdom, maybe there are some accents like the Scottish, which may or may not hit depending on how thick the accent is and personal tastes, or tolerance for an accent. But it is interesting. The only accent that I really don't like listening to is Indians. I used to not have an issue before, but I think because I have consumed scammer, the one the scammer, the call center scammer videos where there are some YouTubers that are fighting scammers from India. I think kind I that kind of had a prejudice. I had those gave me a prejudice, and yeah, oh yes. I don't want to talk bad about Indians because I may have an Indian fan base in the future, but I just wanna don't, I just wanna don't talk bad. And as a man of God, I wanna avoid having prejudices. But I think that kind of ruined me. Are there a lot of we have I know some a handful maybe here in where I'm from. There are, and the term 5-6 is really popular here in the country because the term 5-6 derives from Indians here because there are Indians living here in the Philippines, and the 5-6 means the I've been near one in an Indian, at least on the same space, but never directly interacted with it. But the term 5-6 comes from Indians loaning money to people, and like that's the return. Like for example, I'm gonna use 5,000. If they have loaned you 5,000, the return should be 6,000. So 5-6, like that's the percentage of return. Like that's how much you're gonna repay them. Five is the how much they're gonna let you borrow, and then six is the return. Yes, they're Indians. So that answers that question. Yes, they're Indians, but I don't know how many. I don't know how many. There are more Muslims that I know of than Indians. Like way more Indians. Way more Muslims than Indians because on the southern part of the Philippines in the Mindanao parts, there are a lot of Muslims. Even here in where I'm from, there are Muslims, but there there are more Muslims also than Indians that I know of. But population wise, I think how big is the Muslim population? 18%? I think more or less than 18% of the 110 or 20 million population of our country. 18%. Yes, it's Roman Catholic to be specific. Yes, I am Catholic. Like the southern part of the Philippines has Muslims and a lot, like communities, Muslim. Thank you. God bless you too. As you can see, one thing you the thing that will distinguish a Christian between a Christian and a Catholic is faces, like having an image of God, like as a basis, not things to worship on, but like an image, like a guide or an idea, vague idea. But and it is not that we are worshiping this exactly, but the person behind, even if it may not be the actual face, because I think there is only one verse on the Bible where it the face of Jesus is described, and if taken literally, I have seen that post or video before somewhere before, but Russian Orthodox, like Okay, let me research that first. I don't want to get. I don't. I have heard of Orthodox, but maybe it's different from Russian Orthodox. Russian Orthodox. The Russian Orthodox Church, also officially known as the Moscow Patriarchate, is an autocephalous Eastern Orthodox Christian church. So you are subsect of Christians, but you kind of have a Catholic from the images that I've seen here. Kind of has a Catholic feel. It has 194 dioceses. Russia, the primary of the ROC, is a patriarch of the Moscow and all Rus. The history of the ROC begins with the Christianization of Kievan Russia, which commenced in 1988 with the baptism of Vladimir the Great and his subjects with the clear. So, what sect are you from? Christians or Catholics? Orthodox. Plain Orthodox. Orthodox is adherence to correct or accepted creeds, especially in religion. Orthodoxy within Christianity refers to acceptance of the doctrines defined by various creeds and ecumenical councils in antiquity, but different churches accept different creeds and councils. Such differences have developed for numerous reasons, including language and cultural barriers. Eastern Orthodoxy and Oriental Orthodoxy are sometimes referred to simply as Orthodox. In some English-speaking countries, Jews who adhere to all traditions and commandments as legislated in the Torah are often called Orthodox Jews. People who only know the Old Testament? Okay. I am personally Russian Orthodox. I have so much respect for Catholics and the Vatican. Oh, thank you. In 1054. Like Greece is another Orthodox country. So which subsection or sect, whichever word makes sense. Like, are you more Christian or more Catholic? Also Trinitarian or God the Father or God the Father and God the Son? Which specifically? God the Father only, God the Father and God the Son? Or God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit? Oh, the Trinity, yeah. Yeah, I have heard from there are some other sects or religion that do not even believe in the Holy Spirit, which is kind of weird and ludicrous, but and the Holy Spirit is actually really important. Like from and in Jesus' baptism from Saint Peter. Oh, so with variations, so Catholic with with some variations that I do not exactly know. Like Catholic but with variations. Am I right? Or are there still some things that I don't know? East-West schism, if you like, maybe someday. Maybe someday I want to improve my relationship with God first. I never went astray. I almost went astray, but like I know I'm still lacking in my faith. And and the thing is, even though I know I'm still lacking, I never went astray. Like I have all my life I've always believed, and I thank my parents for that, raising me on a raising me with Jesus early on, knowing Jesus, and I thank them for that. I almost went astray once, but I am back, and because I know I still lack, I still feel like I'm not really there yet. It's just the history of how we split from the Catholics in the west of Europe. Ah, so what's crusade? Is it similar like a crusade? I am far from minding the other sects or other religions, other I would rather focus on improving my relationship with God first rather than focusing on others because I know my the things that I lack. I'm I am somewhat aware with the things that I lack. So is it like the crusade? Yes, that's true. That's true because that's true. Even in differences, as long as we know who the God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit is, we're still brothers in Christ. That's what I still believe in. Even Christians sometimes don't see that. And there's another religion here in our country that I would like to not name, but they are prominent enough for me that it is obvious which one I am talking about. It's they're like I don't want to really talk about it. I don't want to really talk about it because I lack enough knowledge and wisdom to know and to defend the things that I know of. That's why I don't want to really I lack the wisdom and knowledge to if you know what the Byzantine Empire and Constantinople, that's it's a church. I know the name Byzantine Empire. I forgot which was it Persia? Byzantine Empire. I Byz we have learned that before on high school, Byzantine Empire. What was that? Was it Persia? Also known as Eastern Roman Empire was the continuation of the Roman Empire, centered on Constantinople during late antiquity in the Middle Ages, having survived the events that caused the fall of the Western Roman Empire in the 5th century AD. It endured until the fall of Constantinople in the Ottoman Empire in 1943. The term Byzantine Empire was coined only after its demise. Its citizens used the term Roman Empire and called themselves Romans during the early centuries of Roman Empire. The western provinces were Latinized, but the eastern parts kept their Hellenistic culture. Constantine the First legalized Christianity and moved to the capital to Constantinople. Theodosius the First made Christianity the state religion, and Greek gradually replaced Latin for official use. The empire adopted a defensive strategy and, throughout its remaining history, experienced returning cycles of decline and recovery. Okay, I'm so you said that you're learning English, right? I want to give you a YouTube channel that you can use to help you speak better in English. And here is an advice that I've learned from them. Because you're Russian and you may or may not be inclined to have an accent. I don't know you personally, so I don't know. That's why I phrased it that way. May or may not have an accent. If you're gonna speak English, do not speak it like you're going to speak in Russian. If you do not want to have an accent, it's up to you. If you want to learn how to speak English without the Russian accent, do not speak English like you're speaking Russian. You are using a different language, so you are you are using your vocal cords and everything differently. Different use on a different language. Of course, I work on my English accent a lot. Well, it's up to you because sometimes accents sounds nice, except for Indians. And even in the movies, I can it's nice hearing some Russian accents. It's like I don't want to say amusing in a bad way, but it's kind of amusing in a good way. Like, I'm not making fun when I'm saying amusing, but it's like amusing that is good, and like it's nice to hear it. Not in a mocking way. I'm not mocking when I say amusing, but it's like nice. Like other accents. Like other accents. Sometimes 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 accent sounds nice. I like hearing accents sometimes. Oh yeah, the channel. Russian accents are very popular. Yes, Russian accents are very popular in Hollywood. Also is German, but I think Russian is more popular in Hollywood because of villainizing the country. Its villainous role in Hollywood, the stigma that is the stigma that the Russians have on America, and the stigma that the American Hollywood is creating towards Russian. Same with Germans. The stigma, especially with World War II. Ah, okay. Here's the channel I recommend. I listen to, I watch some of his videos too. If you want the short versions, he has shorts, a lot of shorts, but a lot of content. Like, it's packed, even if they're short. And then there are the long term ones. Even his long term ones. And I sometimes take his advices to practice my speaking also. But the thing with me is that even though I don't have a Filipino accent, I don't speak a lot, because I was an introvert and is still an introvert, but somewhat in the middle now, called an ambivert. But I just don't speak a lot, so I don't use my voice. I don't use my voice a lot. Yes, we're all evil people. Oh no. And in the eyes of Hollywood, I guess we Filipinos are nurses. Also, if you're on, I would like to advertise, if you watch anime or read manga, if only do subscribe on my channel. I just lost a subscriber recently. My peak was 333. I, only do not subscribe because I told you to. Subscribe because you like the videos that I'm making. Because it's kind of like, it's in the analytics actually. That's why I have to say it that way. Analytics, subscribers that watch your video, or subscribers that do not watch my videos, hurts the channel. That's why I have to specify specify it that way. If you watch or is interested and like my videos, even if you may or may not be interested in manga or anime and still like my videos, like, do subscribe, but don't subscribe because I asked you to. I'm gonna go. Nippon. I just bought this shirt. Yeah, I actually never did since I was a I actually got into anime in the pandemic 2021. When I was younger, I kind of I've kind of like uh somewhat making fun of anime in general because it's mostly of the elitist people that are consuming, like the stigma that I have, like the attitude that anime is better when in fact anime is just Japanese cartoons. I watch cartoons since I was a kid and rarely do nowadays since I got into anime 2021 or 2020. But I just recently, gave in because Steven Universe just ended. There are no good cartoons anymore. There are not that much that are like eh. Miraculous Ladybug is I've caught up with Miraculous Ladybug. There are no new Dollhouse episodes. Yeah, it really depends on the thing with Japanese cartoons. I mean anime is just like cartoons, there are different kinds of cartoons. There are cartoons that can be enjoyed by adults and children. There are cartoons that are only for children, and there are some in between. Just like in Japanese, there are some genres that, for example, you may or may not like the most popular one of all time, probably Attack on Titan, but you may like rom-com or romance, or you like seeing romance in cartoons and you just want that, but more more specified. There's anime for that, there's manga for that. Like, it's really hard to, if you need advice, comment on my channel and then just remind me that you're remind me on you're chatting with me on Twitch. Like, it it like baby steps. We need to I cannot just give you a random example like, oh, I like Kishokugaku no Juliet, diba? Kishokugaku Juliet, but it may not be the type of manga that you like. Like, let's let's steer away from cartoons and anime for a bit. Do you watch TV shows like real people, like telenovelas or uh series with real people, with real people? I don't know what examples to give, but TV shows with actual people. Yes, yes, yes. And because you watch them, I know you have a type. There are some TV shows or genres, specific types of TV shows like you you prefer more over the others, like Breaking Bad, Walking Dead. Oh yeah, I was gonna say Breaking Bad, but I was like, maybe he doesn't know it, or I haven't watched Breaking Bad exactly, and Walking Dead feels overrated. Even though I like zombie apocalypse, I wasn't in the mood like Walking Dead. Yeah, Breaking Bad and The Walking Dead. Breaking Bad, drugs, so drugs, cartel. There may be anime like that, and Walking Dead there are zombies. There is manga that is focused on zombies. Like, if those are the types that you want, there is anime. There may be anime for that. Like, if the one that you like, for Breaking Bad, Walking Dead was good in the beginning. I, I, I feel like I don't, like there's a barrier. Like, I feel like I don't wanna really encourage Walking Dead or consume Walking Dead. Like, for example, you like movies, maybe Walking Dead zombie related themes, like maybe Scott Pilgrim or something, World War Z, zombies in general. There is zombie related anime, like there's a recent popular one. There are other niche or obscure or other ones. I'm not exactly sure, but I know there are zombie animes out there, Japanese zombies to be exact, but there are still Western zombies, but there will still be things like that. Like, my point is, if we're gonna, if there is a time where you wanna check out anime, we're gonna go with that approach of finding out the things that you already like and watch, like TV series or cartoons, and then we're gonna find an equivalent I'm kind of intrigued with Breaking Bad because a lot of people say it is one of the a perfect TV series. Like they're rating Breaking Bad really high. Like if there is a top three, even top three list, a lot of them would say Breaking Bad is number one. But I don't know. The drugs part throws me off. Even though I used to play a video game about crime, even though I am religious, but I kind of get it. But I think not right now. Not right now. I may or may not check Breaking Bad in the future, but not right now. But speaking of which, the approach, like if there is a future that you wanna check out anime, that is the approach we're gonna go with. Finding things that you are already interested in and finding some similar ones that you may or may not like. Reading with synopsis. We're gonna read the synopsis if it's something that interests you or not. That is sometimes how I pick the manga that I read. It's with a synopsis. But regardless, there is still one that I would recommend that I would recommend for everyone, regardless of what they like. Regardless of what they like. Yeah, a lot of people say that Breaking Bad storyline is amazing. This is the one that I would recommend regarding of what they like. This is a masterpiece. And coincidentally, that is my latest long form video. That is my latest long form video. But it is a spoiler. And the reason why is it the reason why I really highly recommend that one is because it has lessons that everyone in the world should see. Everyone in the world could or should learn about. It has a lesson that everyone should see and learn. Like somewhere along the line, somewhere along the line, if we ignore even the reason it's kind of hard to recommend that manga, that anime, that series for children is because of fan service. Fan service. That's that one thing that is kind of hard because of fan service. Like I wish it didn't have any at all. The author's latest work barely has any. Or on the contrary, the author's latest work after this one feels like it wants to avoid fan service. Where in here, where there's an appropriate chance, it will use fan service. Well, while this latest one that I read avoids it like a plague. Wait, what is this? What's illustration? But yeah, regardless of what anyone like, if I'm gonna recommend something, that would be it. That is my top one objectively best series ever. At least in manga and anime. Objectively, keyword objectively, because subjectively, subjectively, this is number one. This is subjectively. 1 hour and 5 minutes. It's already 3 o'clock in the afternoon here. I'm I had fun talking here and having a conversation with you, but I feel like it's time for me to. I feel like it's time for me to. I feel like it's time for us to say goodbye and enjoy the day more. Ain't that right? Slowpoke. Yeah, someday. Or, you know, do you have Discord? Do you have Discord? Because I don't know which videos, but I do have a Discord link for my server. There's only two of us, but there's only two of us, and I'm not really promoting it that much. It's like if they see the link, click if you want to. Like that's the approach for me right now, but I'm not really promoting it much. If you want to, I have one. You know what? Wait. I'll just post it. I'll just post it. I just post it. I'll just I just invite you. I'm gonna invite I'm gonna invite you. How do I do that again? Okay. Invite people. Uh, it will expire. It's 7 days. What? Oh, come on. Wait. Wait, I'm in streamer mode. That's why I'm having a hard time. Wait, you did? You did? You did. Wait, what? Oh yeah. Wait. Wait. Huh? I know I have a link, but why why aren't you appearing? Wait, I'm gonna exit Discord and then we open Discord. Wait, what? If you actually do, can you type on general? Oh, oh, wrong one. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna add friend you. Wrong one. I haven't updated. Yeah, dead channel. I haven't updated that one. I'm gonna invite you to the other one. Oh, it's kind of sad that the active subscriber of mine, active online friend subscriber of mine is not watching the stream. Kind of sad, even though that it depends. Depends really. And I'm alright with it. I added you as a friend. Wrong server, but it is still mine. That is still mine, but I'm gonna invite you on the other one. Invite to serve. Oh, here. I have invited you. I have invited you. I have invited you on the other one. Yeah. Hello. I used to have Discord. I used to have Nitro, but I'm saving money. I'm saving money because of Pokemon. Because of Pokemon, I'm saving money because of Pokemon. I have bought that, and I have bought some cards there, and I have bought these. I need to save money, and I have a motorcycle that may need changing spark plugs. I may need to change its spark plug. So yeah. And I also have a new keyboard coming. But yeah, I'm gonna prepare the outro. Like, it's time to say goodbye and see you next time. And yeah, any final message? Any final message? Here or here? Final message. Do you have one? Any final message? Any final message for the stream? I'll be back to your stream on YouTube probably because if you see the channel history for Twitch, yeah. So that's it for me today. See y'all next time. Peace and God bless y'all. Love y'all.